Sir Club's Water back again with another video, and this is what if Naruto could speak with the animals? Now that's probably not gonna be the title, but it's like, it's like he could control the animals, like he's like a animal whisperer, So we started off with Naruto. He getting beat up by the village. As the village is saying, get out of here, you demon. As Naruto, he still has the fox in here, in his stomach, because it's gonna add up. It's gonna add up once you hear it. But anyways, he getting beaten and stuff. As one of them pull out a rake and saying, "Get out of here, you demon, right now!" As Naruto runs in the forest, as he starts training, he's like, "I need to get stronger. I need to protect myself." As he crying. As like he's 5, I'm gonna say 5. Should I start it off like 6? I'm gonna say he's 6. He's 6, right? So he turned. He like, and I'm gonna say he was training, and then he got blue back, and this was when he had wind style. As he was like, whoa. As he was like, this is cool. As he started training with wind style, using it more. As then eventually one time when he was training water, and water stopped. After that, one day a stray dog walked up to him, as it was whimpering, as it had a big cut in its leg. As then two puppies looking the same as that dog came. As Naruto felt bad, as he says, okay. As Naruto, he knew how I felt like not to have parents, because he doesn't have none himself, and he doesn't want those little puppies to grow up like, well, not exactly how he did, but how he did, with nobody to guide him or something. As Naruto, he pits a bandage over the dog's legs. As the puppy started rubbing with Naruto says, "Hey, you can go now." As then the dog, as then this what he hears, like he can speak to animal. As the dog says, "No, we don't want to leave you because you helped save our mom." As that's what the puppies are saying. And he's like, "Wait, did I hear that?" As she's like, wait, huh? And then they said, "Didn't you hear us?" As then he was like, "Wait, I can hear you?" As then they were like, "Isn't this regular with humans?" As then he says, "No, most humans cannot hear dogs." And then he says, "Oh, well then you're special, kid, or something." As then he says, and that's why my owner always used to call me a dumb dog and kick me out. And he says, yeah. As he says, well, could you train with me and be my guard dog? As then he says, yeah, but I think we're gonna need more people. As he says, what do you mean by more people? As then you hear bark. As then the dog starts barking. For Naruto, it's saying, "Hey guys, come on!" Hey, as then two more dogs come. As then these dogs are big. I'm gonna say they canine. As then they're like, yeah. As then they say, we're gonna have to protect him. As then he says, we're gonna have to protect him. Oh, and he will be turning, so we have to get back. As Naruto was like, wow. As then a cat comes along, and it's the same thing that happened to dogs, but this time its paw is cut. As the dogs start growling like, as then Naruto says, it's okay. The cat won't try anything, okay? I don't. Hey, and why do cats hate dogs? I mean, why do dogs hate cats and cats hate dogs? And he says, it's a little bit of a war that we had. As he says, sometimes they take our toys. As the cat then says, no, sometimes you take our toys. Naruto, as then it starts, as then it's like yells, But like to everybody else, if somebody else was there and he hears a meow, as that's when I heard, and Naruto says, "Oh yeah, Papa, I got you." As then he wraps it up. As he says, "You guys are gonna have to corroborate." As that cat has a kitten. As you know, Naruto starts training, learning some new moves and making up some moves himself. As he has nobody to train him, so he goes to the third Hokage and asks for training. As the third Hokage says, "What is the change of heart?" As he says, "No reason." As he says, wait a second. As he's like, "Hey guys, come on." As then he hears like something opening up the door. As then when it opens, he sees a dog fall down. As he's like, "What?" As he says, as then he sees two puppies walk in and three big dogs, you know. As then he sees one cat and one kitten walk in. As he was like, "What is this, Naruto?" And he says, "You have a zoo with you." And he says, "Don't talk about them that way." But anyways, these are my friends. As he says, how are they trained?" As he says, "Of course they are, and they're my friends." As he says, "I can even talk to them. It's pretty cool." But yeah, anyways, I know that I have some chakra natures. I've been reading some books and stuff, and yeah, I have read about some jutsus, but I still want to learn about other jutsu. As he says, "So I would need somebody to train me." As he says, "But please, nobody who hates me." As he says, "I could do it." Naruto, as he says, "Really?" As he says, "Yes, you have an interesting power with these dogs here." As he says, actually, yeah, okay." As then Hiruzen starts training Naruto. As Naruto gets really good with his wind style. His water style, not so much, but he's kind of there. He's getting there with the water style. As 1 month passes, as Naruto has mastered wind style. As now he moves on to water style. Getting this. As Hiruzen says, "Shouldn't you have a third chakra ninja?" He says, "That's basically coming." As he says, "Well, I'll try." As Naruto has mastered water style. As then he tries. As he says, "Oh, I have a better way. Why don't you just not try to do it natural? But I put some chakra into this paper." As then he puts it in. As the paper blows away, as he says, "Do it with this one." As that one turns wet. As he said, "Do it with this one." As then when he does it with this one, I want y'all to guess the chakra nature. Yeah. So when he puts chakra in this one sparks lightning. As he says, "Lightning style? That is unusual." As he says, "One more." As he says, "Earth style as well." As the paper has crumbled. As he was like, As Naruto says, "I don't think I should have Earth style. I think I should just have lightning style." As he says, "Maybe it's a gift from God or something." As he says, "Why did you say that?" "Well, because you can speak to animals. Animals come from nature, so, and nature is Earth, so, yeah, I get it now." As he says, as Naruto says, "Well, I get your logic on this." That as he says, "Well, first we will be training with Earth style. Just because I don't think you're supposed to have that." And she says, "Okay." As he trained with Earth style, but 1 week in, something weird happens. When he uses it, wood dog summons. Earth dog summons like a rocky dog. As he's like, "What is this?" As he puts his hand over it, as it's like rock. It's made out of rock. As he was like, "Wow." As then he's like, "What?" As then the dog came to life, but eventually it went away after a minute. As Hiruzen is shocked, as his eyes have been widened for that past minute, as he's like, wow, Naruto. As he says, this is the thing. As he says, this is crazy. As Naruto says, this is thanks. As then Naruto says, I think I want to change up my looks. As Naruto, he says, I want to change up my looks. As he's about to turn 7, and I'm gonna say 3 more months will be February. I'm gonna say. So like right now he's in. I'm about to go check the calendar. Ain't no calendar. Oof. I don't care. But anyways, yeah, he gonna turn 9 in February or whatever. I mean 7. But anyways, he trains with Earth Style for the rest of that month to get strong with Earth Style, and he eventually that power that he has where he can summon dogs and different types of animals. Yeah, he eventually learned how to summon a lot of more animals, and they can stay alive for the minimum they can stay is 10, but the maximum they can stay is 50. So they can stay for basically almost an hour. And Naruto can control this, how long he wants them to stay. As he wants to get that stronger, but he's going to move on to lightning style. As you know, lightning style is, it's just he flies past that in a week, but he masters it some more in the rest of the month. As now, it has been 2 months, so now it's the new year. I'm pretty sure, and Naruto will be turning. Actually, no, Naruto would be like in January. And I'm going to just say he has to wait 1 more month, which will be in February, okay? So, he starts training with all of these. As he starts training with his dogs and cats and stuff. And then eventually, he said, as he tells Hiruzen that he's going to go on a journey. As he goes on a journey, and she's a lizard. As he waves to the lizard. As the lizard says, hi. As he's like, you want to come along with my journey? As he says, yeah, okay. As he jumps on Naruto's head. As then Naruto is walking with cats and dogs right next to his sides, and with a lizard on his head. As then he sees a spider. As he says, I'm going to say that it's an animal, even though it's an insect. No, not an insect, or arachnid, whatever it's called, arachnid. I'm just gonna say, no, I'm not gonna say, but animals and insects are like basically the same category of things, but they're not. So I'm gonna say he can't talk to spider. I'm gonna just say he can talk to animals, insects, and arachnids because they're similar to animals, but they're different. So he talks to the spider, and he's like, oh. Hey, he says, you wanna go on the journey with me? As he says, yeah. As he jumps on Naruto's arm and starts crawling up to his shoulder. As he says, that's ticklish. As he keeps walking, as then he sees a eagle. As he's like, eagle. As he's like, hey. As then the owl says, oh, hello. As then he goes down there. As then he says, you wanna go on a journey with me? As then the eagle says, sure, but I will have to catch some fish on the way. I have been hungry all day. As he says, I don't think you should eat fish. I think all animals are friends. As he says, that might be right, but eating other animals is the way of how we survive. Survive, as she says. Yes, I know that, and we will still live that way. But I feel like fish is not the right choice right now because I have this. As it says, as then he says, wait, come down here and hey, you guys. He says, as he gives the dogs and kittens and like stuff like that some fruit, as then he gives the lizard whatever lizards eats. I actually forgot. Lizards eat like bugs, but I'm pretty sure. But I'm gonna just say he fed him something else. As well as the spiders. Spiders eat other insects. Well, they're not insects. But anyways, he feeds them some stuff. As then he says, "Come on." As then they go and then as they say thanks. As they keep walking. As then the eagle flies on Naruto's arm. As Naruto's holding up his arm, as with the eagle on it. As he's walking and walking. As he goes to water, as he sees the cliff, he says, "Hey guys, come on, let's go here." As he says, as then the eagle says, "Wait, can I bring some friends along?" As he says, as Naruto says, "Yeah, you can bring some friends along first." Yeah, sure. As then the eagle squawks, but for Naruto, he actually just says, "Hey guys!" As then like 4 more eagles come. As now there's 5 eagles. As then like more like spiders and stuff like that come. The only things that more doesn't come of is kittens and dogs because I don't know. Because I'm gonna just say because like I don't know, bro. But anyway, they after that Naruto says, "Hey," as they stand on a cliff, or the eagles are just like, and then the eagles start flying. As he says, "Hey guys, should I change up my look?" As then the kitten crawls up on his shoulder like this. But Naruto still has like the spiky hair and everything. His appearance does not change, but it is going to change soon. I'm just saying that to clarify. And then he says, "Hey guys, should I change my appearance? I don't want to look like this anymore. I feel like I should represent you guys." As they say, "Yeah, sure." As then Naruto says, "Yeah, okay." As he says, "Well, I wonder what I can do." As he says, "I have so many people." As he says, "Oh, I know what to do." As then he makes a whole bunch of animal noises. As wolves come running, every like stuff like that. Like wolves come running. What else? Uh, yeah, wolves. I'm gonna say he called for 2 animals: wolves and bears. As they come, as the bear's like, as he's like, nice, a snack. As Naruto says, "No, this is not a snack. We will set a peace with all of these animals. Actually, animals will always be peace. But I know you have to live to eat animals. But all of these animals that are sitting here right now, you cannot eat. I forbid you to eat them. You can eat fish, anything else. But if anything else I see you eating is forbid. If I see you eating a kitten, you're that dang dead." As then everybody says, "Okay." As then the kitten's like, "Why me though? Why did I have to be the example?" As he says, "It's okay." As he says, "I doubt anybody is going to try to hurt you." As as the wolves say, "Well, yeah, but yeah." As he says, "But it's kind of getting late, so you guys." You guys can come over if you want. As he says, and I'll be up all night watching you. Oh, and he says, hey guys. As then he says, hey wolves and bears, should I change my appearance? As they say, yeah, sure. You kind of represent. I don't know what you represent, but you just don't represent anything. As he says, yeah, I think I'll represent animals. As then they all say, nice, that's a good choice. As then he says, are y'all just saying that because y'all are animals? As then he says, we do not think of ourselves as animals. We think of ourselves as creatures or living things. As then he says, I kind of respect it. As then he says, yeah, okay. As then they just sit there. As then they get played. As then they go to the wolf's place. As Naruto's up all night thinking about how cool it is to talk to animals and about all this cool stuff. As then Naruto, the next day he wakes up. He wakes up everybody as he says, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go do something, guys." He says, "But you guys have to come." As he goes to the gates of the Hidden Leaf because he had left the Hidden Leaf gates to go on a journey or whatever. He comes back a day later as the guards are like, "What are all these animals doing here?" As he says, "These are all my animals, and if you don't let them pass, then I will be very angry and upset." As he says, "And I might kill you." As then Naruto lets out devastating bloodlust. As then they're like, okay. As then they let him in. As then Naruto let all the bears and everything in. And Naruto says, "I'll be leaving. I'm gonna go get myself some new clothes and some stuff to let my hair. I'm gonna put my hair down and do a lot of other things." I said, "Should I get contacts?" As you know, Naruto comes back home with a necklace, this exactly this thin, but this star right here, it's not a star. It right here it says it was right here. It will be a wolf right there. No, a cat right there. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a cat. The necklace is gonna be a cat, right at the end. And yes, he's wearing this. He got some clothes. As he's wearing the mask, as he already has put the contacts in, so his eyes are purple. As they says, well, I'm gonna go do some things, and yeah, this is me. I wonder what my last name should be. I don't like the Uzumaki. As then they say, we'll discuss the name in here. As he says, thanks. As then they say, no problem. As then Naruto goes in the bathroom, and yes, when he comes out, this is his appearance. As they say, we discussed it, but we couldn't come up with anything. As then Naruto you didn't come up with anything? As they say, nope, not a single thing. We did not come up with a single thing. And Naruto was like, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. And then he says, I'll just find my own name. As he's thinking, Naruto wolf, Naruto bear. As he's like, As he's just thinking, as he's like, Naruto cat, Naruto dog. As he's like, Naruto wizard, Naruto eagle. As he's like, Naruto eagle doesn't sound too bad, but that would be kind of weird. And I've been saying, hey, Naruto eagle. As he says, that would be really, really weird. As he keeps thinking, as he says, I'll come with this later. And then, when he goes to sleep, all the animals start talking and say, hey, his birthday is coming up not too long from now. It will come up in at least a week or so. So, we have to do something for his birthday. But what do we do? And then they say, well, we all have traditions for our birthdays because we are different types of animals. As he says, we could do one of those traditions, or as then they argue over the traditions. As then the kitten says, hey, instead of arguing, and let's think of something else. Then he says, wait, I have an idea. As this is the kitten talking. He's big brain and then all the adults up in here. As then the kitten says, I think we should combine all of them. As then he's like, as then everybody's like, as then everybody's like, that's a good idea. As he's like, As then they're like, that's a good idea. As Naruto wakes up, like, As then all of the animals actually. As then Naruto says, I guess it was nothing. As she goes for sleep, as they start planning all of the traditions, as like they don't get anything set up yet because it's still a couple more weeks until his birthday. It's like I'm gonna say 1 more week until his birthday. I'm gonna say so 1 more week until his birthday. As then Naruto, he gets like 2 days later, all the animals are outside while he was at his at a training ground training with Hiruzen, while the animals were in his back were in the forest setting up some stuff. As when they got done, they went back into Naruto's house and went to sleep. So Naruto got there and he was like, As then he was like shaky and like he's going in the academy as like nobody really notices him. They look at him and they think, who is he? And then when they spar, he always beats Sasuke and everybody else. Most of the girls are still like Sasuke or whatever. As one day Naruto walks in with a kitten on her shoulder and a puppy on her shoulder. She's like, oh hey Ruka sensei, I had to bring some of my friends. She says, Naruto, I don't think we allow dogs or cats. She says, actually, I think you should let them pass because they always let me pass with these. And old man said I could come in school with these. As he says, and plus, I will not give up these. As he says, Naruto. As then everybody's shocked to hear Naruto. As they like, that's Naruto? What? Huh? As they're like, that's the guy who beat Sasuke? That's Naruto? The demon? As then he says, actually, I'm not a demon. As he says, the fox inside of me, he did not have nothing to do with that. He was not in control of himself. As he says, and plus, I'm not a demon. And don't say that about Kurama. Kurama has feelings, As he says, as then the kitten says, yeah. And then nobody else hears that. They just hear meow. As he's like, you see, even my cat agrees with it. They're like, wait, what do you mean? As he says, I can actually listen to animals. As then they're like, that's nonsense. As then the dog barks. As then Naruto says, great idea. He says, my dog will do something. As he pits the puppy on the ground. I meant puppy. As he says, my puppy will do something, and I will say what he's gonna do after. As he says, that's gonna command. As he says, well, actually, I will write it down. As he grabs a piece of paper out. As then he shows it to the class, and the class says, well, the dog can't see it. As then he says, yeah, that's the point. As like the dog had already barked and said what he was about to do. As he said he was going to do a backflip. As then Naruto says, yes. So now do it, my friend. As then the puppy does a backflip. As they're like, what? How? I thought, what? As then Sasuke was like, cool. As then he was like, oh, hey, Sasuke. As then he was mocking him. As he was like, you mocking me? As then he was like, oh, in fact I am. As he says, but I do not want to start anything. As then he bent down as the puppy got him. As then all the girls was like, so cute, because the kitten and the puppy. As then Naruto sat down. As then they did a little test. As then the puppy barked and said, And this is what he said. He said, "Hey Naruto, I can't wait. I can't wait for your birthday. As his birthday is gonna be in, I'm gonna say 4 more days. No, because 4 more days. Yeah, 4 more days. So he time skip 3 days. Naruto's training, And then, as then all the animals come up to him, but one new animal has came. As he like, wait, who is he? As then the wolves say, this is our leader. He was out doing something for a couple of days. We don't know what it is. He said it was something about, I don't know what he said. As he says, so you were the leader. As he says, so you're the guy who has been taking care of my pack, and you're the guy who can talk to animals. I said, well, you can see it first. As then he said, wow, cool. I said, wait, but couldn't you guys understand us? I said, all the times we growled, all the times we have said stuff to you, you have not heard us. As then they said, actually, most humans cannot hear that, but me being the special one I am, yes, I can actually hear it. As then they say, wow, that's crazy. As then he says, actually, thank you. As he says, oh. As then he says, well, anyways, we have something planned for you. And then he says, something planned? As then he says, what? Wait, you don't like it. As he says, okay. As he says, I hope I do like it. And then the wolf says, I like your look. Excuse me, by the way. Then Naruto says, thanks. As then the wolf says, well, anyways, you're still training. We're wondering if you could train us a little bit more, and train me especially because I have not been here to learn to move. As Naruto trains them, and they beast now, bro. They scratch their machines off him, but you know they machines now. As not literally. As then he says, also we have a treaty with all the rest of the animals. And he says, oh, I know that. He says, or I'll be attacking the bears or something right now. As he says, fair point. And then he says, there will be one more animal or two, maybe a couple, maybe a lot more animals, except waters that live underwater. As he says, a lot of ones that some will be ones that fly, and others will be ones that walk on land. And he says, and some of them, and one day I will want to do an experiment, but that might harm you guys, and I do not want that. As he says, but if you are willing to take the risk, then I will let it. We will let it go. As I say, what is it? As he says, well, I'll reveal it to you on your birthday since you have a surprise for me. As in the next day on his birthday, he sees everybody does their tradition and everybody's doing everything. As then Naruto says, well, this is the thing I was going to say. Since I'm 8 years old and I have a very smart village, and I know the 3 legendary Sannin, and one of them likes to do experiments. So I will team up with a guy named Orochimaru, and he especially likes snakes and stuff like that. But that will not be the point. Now, this might be a risk, but this risk will be very great. As he says, and plus, you will not die. I can guarantee you that. As he says, you will not die. but there won't be any injuries or nothing. It will just be, I don't know how you could say this. Never mind. I don't guess it's going to be perfectly safe, okay? And then they say, yeah, we trust you. As he says, well, I want to do a DNA transfer to me. As he says, I want to be able to swim like something very great. As he says, also, I want to be able to fly, and I want to be able to run really, really fast. And she says, I already have feet myself, but wolves are very fast. And she says, so I need your DNA so I can be really fast. And she says, cheetahs will probably do it, but I don't think cheetahs are very, very far away. And she says, I could just probably summon one, but the DNA transfers in about 30 minutes, and I don't think I can wait that long. So he says, so wolves, eagles, as he says, you guys can fly, and you guys can fly, so I probably will need that ability. I says, also, wolves are very fast, and they like to stick in a pot. And he says, also, I will need one more thing, like a shark or a dolphin, but I don't know what I need, as he says. There's a lot of other things, as he says, but I need to go out to open ocean to find them, as he says. So I'll be leaving for a couple of days, as he says, but you guys will be coming as well for this experiment. They say, wait, Marshall, that means you become us, as then he says, yes, I know that. As he says, and plus, I want to be able to walk on water as well. And I know one particular animal that is fast enough so I can run on water. So, wolves plus that thing's speed can enhance it by a lot. If you don't know what this animal is, I actually forgot the name of it, but it's like a very, very speedy animal that can it's a very speedy animal that can run on water. And let me see what it's called real quick. What was that? Oh, hold up. Water. Yeah, I can run on water. It's called a common basket or something like that. It's called a common bouse. It's called a basket or something like that. As he says, I will also need a basket, and I will also need probably a dolphin. And then he says, I need to find the basket in some type of swamp, maybe. As he says, probably not a swamp, but something that looks like a swamp. As then he all gets these animals, as he informs the animals, as now the animals are, they're okay with each other. As they have to be at water, but the animals that can be on land, like two of them have to be on water / in water, and then two more of them have to be on land. As Naruto gets the DNA transfer, as then he screams, as then this is as the animals do not scream, as when he screams, as when this screaming is happening, he's just screaming. As then they say, what is happening? As Orochimaru says, well, it would take one day for him to recover. I think he says, then Orochimaru, he's planning on taking over Naruto's body because of these enhanced stuff of it. As when Naruto gets up, he's like, As then he takes the animals and leaves. As Orochimaru didn't get the chance to do what he wanted to do. As she's like, dang it. As he's like, dang it. I'll probably try next time. As Naruto gets there, as Naruto is flying with the eagles, as all of the other animals that are on land see him, as Naruto is flying, he goes to the village gates. As when he gets down to the village gates, as he says, "Hey, open up the door." As Naruto says, "It's something." there's some things that I did, and I need to talk to Hiruzen about it. As you know, he tells Hiruzen. As he tells Hiruzen about the DNA transfer.